Hello, church family. Pastor Phil here with Lisa Grady. We want to talk about our partnership in Mexico. Auburn Grace has been connected to ministries in Mexico since the 1980s. Like over 40 years, our church has been taking teams down south of the border to do all kinds of work through the years. But most lately, we've been working with a team down there, a partner called Rancho Genesis, and Lisa and Jeff Grady have been a huge part of that. So would you tell us a little bit about what's the history of our connection with Rancho Genesis?
We've been going down to Rancho Genesis for about 12 years. Within those 12 years, we've been paired up with the same orphanage. So Rancho Genesis is an organization that reaches out to orphans in the greater Tijuana, Baja region, and our orphanage is one of them.
Yeah, and how long have you been going down there?
I've only missed 1 year.
Oh, wow, that's great. Yeah, you and Jeff have been leading this team down there for the last many years, and it's been just a great opportunity for us as a church to connect with orphans down there that are going through difficult times. What has been the team's work? We just went down last month in July, and
a couple weeks
ago. All right. And what did the team do on this trip?
There were 12 of us, 14 orphans, so each of us is paired up with one or two of the kids from the orphanage. And then during the week also that we have a few construction days, so we've actually done some construction. We've done shoveling gravel for building their roads. A couple people worked on a septic system. A couple people worked on laying out a new camp that they have planned, and some working on prepping food for our meals. So
wow.
A lot of different things.
A lot of different things that you're doing. But you are partnered with a orphan down there or two for the week, showing God's love to them. Now, you guys have been partnered with the same orphans for a long time. Tell us about that young boy that you've been partnering with for so long.
So I was paired with Oswaldo for since he was 7. Last year he turned 18 and he aged out, but luckily he was able to make it down this year, and so he was kind of a floater, but it was nice to have him around. So he was with us, he was with the orphanage, he was with staff, he kind of played a little bit of all the roles. And so being able to still keep in contact with him and with a few others that have moved out has been rewarding.
Yeah, so we now have a long-term relationship with him, and
yeah.
It's been impactful for both you and Jeff and for him down there as well. Yeah. Now, during the week, what is it that you actually engage with the orphans? Do you play games with them? How do you engage with them? Because sometimes there's a speaking barrier there.
So the staff at Rancho Genesis is great, and they have tons of activities. So we're mostly playing games, water games, running games, obstacle courses, you name it. We did a mud pit volleyball. We did a bunch of stuff. And so during those times and during the kind of quiet times when we're playing games or doing painting activities, we're paired with our kids. And so during that time, we're just kind of watching, what they do and how they react, and looking for what gifts God has planted in them, and just kind of keeping that in mind all week long. And then just loving on them, given any opportunity that we have, is what we're doing.
And one of the most impactful things or times is at the end of the week, when you're sitting down with that orphan and a translator. Tell us about that kind of wrap-up experience that you do.
So Friday night, we do an affirmation letter. So we get to write a letter. We write it in English. We have a translator there who translates it into Spanish, and then we write it to the children individually. Each one of us, whichever child we have, writes a letter, just saying how we felt about the week with them, what we see in them, where that's where we kind of pour in some of the things, maybe Bible verses that the Lord has given us. And those kids keep those letters. And from what I hear, a lot of them keep them throughout their years at the orphanage. And then the next day, we meet with them one-on-one, and we get to tell them in our own words with a translator exactly how we felt about our time with them, what Jesus feels about them, and our hope for them and their future. And then they also in turn get to say any feelings that they have, or thoughts that they've had on the week that they want us to know about as well.
And how is that impactful? Is that a special moment of the week?
There's not a dry eye. There's not a dry eye. Yeah, it's very personal.
It's wonderful. So going down there, you get to spend time with an orphan. You get to play games with them. Rancho Genesis does a lot of the spiritual input in Spanish, discipling them, teaching them the Bible. You get to be their friend. You get to be their co-worker. And then pour into them at the end of the week.
Yeah.
As you come home, what are some of the responses you hear from team members from here that have gone down there? How do they feel about it? Are they excited to go again? Do you have many returning members?
Yeah, we had, let's see, six members that have been on the team for the last 4 years continue to go down with us, and then we had four new members this year, and or 5 new members. I'm sorry. Every single one of the new members was anxious to come back, and we had a couple of teenagers this year, and one young man that was 12, and a couple new adults, and everybody was they were just eager to get back and continue to building those relationships. So looking forward to having the same team again, hopefully next year.
Yeah. So again, just an opportunity to go down, even though there's a language and cultural barrier, God still uses you to love on these orphans, to connect with these orphans, and then to pour into them His love and His grace. So thank you so much for going down there so faithfully. Thank you for what you and Jeff have been doing to lead our church down in that way. We hope that God again puts together a great team next year. And this is the kind of team that would be great for young people, for families, for couples. Anybody that wants to go pour into these young orphans is welcome to go. So thank you so much for what you do down there.